and welcome, I am Jericho, and this is Euro Truck Simulator 2 with the Scandinavian update. Or DLC, actually, not an update. An update stuff, but it's DLC, shut up! This is the course we're taking. We are in London there. We are going to Hungary. I think Hungary and Slovakia are two of the Adion areas, as well as up here. We'll explore that later. Right now we're going to do this, going through a little bit of France, Belgium, a lot of Germany, a bit of Austria. This is going to be incredibly exciting. You know why? Because I forgot the controls. There we go. I'm using a combination of my PlayStation 3 controller and the keyboard. So, oh, actually, screw it. Let's go, what? Right. So, carefully do... Bing! Right. This ought to be a fun trip. Whoa! Wide turns, Gemmas. What? Wide turns. Oh, Volvo. Hey, my truck's a Volvo. Fancy that. Now, 60 Ks. Whoa, okay, okay. That's not it. That's not it. Asshole! Move! We've got a lot of used plastics that we need to get almost 2,000 fucking kilometers in just under 30 hours. Right. Right, we're doing well. We're exiting London. Which isn't nearly as big as I remember it. I've briefly been to London. But that's okay. Right, off to victory. I haven't played this for a while. Okay, that's an illegal move, cutting lanes there during an intersection. Well, it's illegal in Australia. I can't actually say if it's... I'd assume it's illegal in Britain. Certainly is in Oz. They don't like that. Oh, there we go. That's on. Oh, Jesus. Yep. This would be frowned upon in Australia too. Breaking all the rules. Because screw it. We can. I'd assume that's miles. Our speedometer on our truck is in miles. Because I'm horrible at math. Yeah, I expected that. I meant to be going this speed. See, 30. Oh no. About there. Meant to be going, which is 45 Ks. Or 50, suburban areas in Australia is about 50. Standard is 50 Ks, so I guess that's the same sort of dealio. Right. Southampton? We're not going there. What's that saying? I fucking don't know. I don't know. Well, I think we're going to Dover, are we? Well, technically we're going to Hungary, but you know, it's bits in between we need to take care of. But yeah, I've got on my nav there. I've got Ks. What speed we're doing in kilometers, because I don't know the conversion. I'm horrible at math, so. But it's nice having both. Like on the nav there, having what Ks I'm doing, also having what miles I'm doing on the dash of the truck. Oh Jesus! I don't know what speed limit it is. Oh shit, we're good. Never mind. Gonna indicate for no good reason and be in the middle lane. So we can do this. Although we shouldn't. That's frowned upon as well. So today's episode is going to be what's frowned upon in Australian government driving laws, or at least, yeah, I suppose they'd be the same. I was going to say at least Queensland state driving laws, but I'd definitely say they'd be quite similar between the different states. How much fuel have we got? Enough, I guess. Don't need to sleep, got enough fuel. We shall continue on. What is it? Apparently it's 9 PM. Or quarter past. And there's still a bit of light. You will not see this in Queensland. I was just about to say Australia, but I'm sure there's some friggin' place in Australia you could probably see it. You would not see this in Queensland. This is just absolutely crazy. This time of year, it's like, it's pitch black by 5. And it's cold. Our cold is like anything from pretty much below 20 degrees Celsius. Right. Do they think this thing is limited to like 90 Ks via alright. Truck limiter rules. European laws. As far as Australian laws go, a lot of our highways I don't know if a lot of our highways are like 100 Ks, so having trucks limited to 90 is just stupid. No. To be honest, I'm not entirely sure if trucks in Australia are actually limited, but if they are, it's certainly not limited below the max highway speeds, which for the most part is 100. Some motorways and such go to 110, but that's about it. I could actually, quite technically, I could actually turn the limiter off in this game. I really could, but it's kind of less authentic because I believe in Europe it's the law to have limiters, and I'm using a controller, so you sort of just you hold down the trigger and it just goes and. Oh, Jesus. Indicate, hope for the best. Check the mirrors. Technically, we should be looking over our shoulders, but we kind of didn't. Woo! So what have you guys been doing? Tell me a story. In the comments, of course. Obviously, you can't tell me now. He's going to let me in. Thank you, sir. Not that you had a choice. Oh, Jesus. I took one hand off the controller to take a drink from my beverage. Right. Channel Tunnel. Are we going via train, are we? So what, what? Right. We roll down here. Apparently, this game is running off 40 frames. Okay, there you go. I just looked at, I'm not gonna park it perfectly. We're on the fucking train. Don't be fussy. Okay, maybe the game wants us to be fussy. Alright, we are going to Calais. 240, that's pounds, isn't it? I think I set it to pounds. Oh, Jesus! I've literally just purchased Scandinavia DLC. Shut up. And they've got more sound effects. More different noises and such. Right. I'm gonna put me, my lights. I'll, actually, I like first person because it's, you know, realistic-y and like, but for the purposes of showing you, there we go. Interesting lighting effect, isn't it? Turn them off. It's weird. It's not showing. Oh. Oh, shit, he'll start. If that was actual manual, I would have failed that epically, but oh well, because I had my handbrake on. Speaking of failing epically, recently I've been, oh yeah, here we are. I've been getting into riding a motorbike. I've driven a manual car for many of years now, a few years. Well, like six-ish, maybe 7 years or something like that. Stop. See, fun fact. Right, this is a stop sign, obviously. In Australia, we have lines on the roads. Like right at these like T-sections and such. A solid line is a stop sign, a dotted line is a give way sign. So, if there is not a sign oh, Jesus. Okay, if there's not a sign present, but there's dotted or solid lines, it means the same thing. Fun fact. Gotta remember, we're on the right lane over here. In Australia, we're in the left, much like Britain. I think. Yes. I was just there and I can't remember shit. Little disorientating. I'm gonna compare everything to Australia, just 'cause. Shut up. That's what I'm used to. See, 110. That's what I can get used to. 110 motorways. Whoop. Yeah, I took my hand off the controller again, obviously. I'd assume it's obvious, I don't know. It is currently Saturday. We're expected to get there about, at this current time, about midday on Monday. We're going to be driving for an entire day. However, we're going straight. We need to, as again, we're collaborating. 6. No, 6. We need to rest by 6 hours time. Destination Budapest. And we're gonna need fuel. So what's the time? It's currently 11:30 or 11:40. 6 hours from that is about 5 AM? 4 AM, 5 AM. See how far our fuel tank can get us, I guess. So, I just realized I didn't finish my story. So I've recently been looking into the whole motorbike thing. And obviously it's a little different. You still got the clutch sort of thing, you still got the gears, but there's a whole balance system. Anyone who's ridden a bike will definitely understand where I'm coming from here, and it's a bit different, a bit something to get used to. I learnt on a 125cc, I guess would be the standard learning bike, at least in Australia. But due to I've done a lot of research. After doing a lot of research, after talking to multiple people, both people who work in the sort of motorbike industry, whether it be salesmen to mechanics to instructors, multiple people to bike enthusiasts, general bike riders, etc. I decided on my first bike to be a 500cc. Still a learner approved. I don't know other countries' laws, but as far as Australia goes, when you first get your motorbike license, you need a learner approved bike, which is generally limited. So the more power it has, the more it limits how much of that bike's power you can actually use. Some use electronic sort of power limiters, others use throttle limiters. I don't know why I'm using the fucking horn, but screw you, hippie! See if I can make him submit to me. Yep. Yep. Right lane is for overtaking only! Actually, no, it'd be a left, wouldn't it? This is the opposite side. It'd be the left for overtaking. Never mind, I'll be on the left then. I think that means there's no speed limit. We don't have those kind of signs in Queensland. So, I decided upon this due to the whole longevity, I guess. I don't know. I guess you could call it. Essentially, I want the bike to at least last a couple of years before I want to feel like an upgrade to actually, when I unlock my license from the sort of learner restricted license, I guess you could call, to just the complete open one. I want it to last a couple of years. So I decided on a 500 rather than a 300, which is the standard, I guess. 300 is the sort of, or 250, 300, depending on the make and model of the bike. Some come in 250, some come in 300. So I decided to go 500 for just so after that month or two of fitting into it, it's not going to immediately make me bored of it. And then I'm going to have to spend months on end being kind of bored with an underpowered bike now that I'm completely used to it. You know, that sort of situation. I'm sure many of you have came across this kind of situation before. And we are entering Germany. Congratulations to us. So yeah, I went with the 500. I test rode it a week ago or so. I'm not sure. I could think about it, but pfft, whatever. Should we stop? Nah, fuck it, we'll continue. We might regret continuing, but we will anyway. So, we went and test rode it a week or so ago. And considering, like, comparing to the 125cc, it's a whole new ball game. Obviously, it's a lot heavier compared. Not necessarily heavy bike, but still a lot heavier compared. A lot more power, especially compared. Even the brakes are a lot more tankier. I've got to be honest. The way, okay, I'll give you a slight backstory. The way I was taught to ride right, is you have the rear brake on, or at least slightly on, partially on. When you take off, it sort of gives you more control. When I was test riding this freaking 500, the rear brakes were that damn strong / sensitive, I guess, you know, it could be either way, that I had just way too much brake and I kept stalling the motherfucker. I had to mold myself to, as I was bringing the clutch into tension, I had to completely release the rear brake because it was way too strong. Just so I'd go. It was a weird experience, because considering what I sort of molded my habits to what I was taught. Because you gotta go through what they call Q-Ride courses and Q-Ride tests and such to actually get your license in Australia. It's pretty strict. So, you know, they go over you and they teach you like the standard practices, and I being at the time quite new, I just sort of took hold of those things and went with it. And sort of adjusting to a significantly more powerful bike, both in power and apparently brakes. Everything was just so much more powerful, everything was just much more. It's quite incredible. There's a plane over there that looked like it almost fucking hit the ground. I don't know if anyone saw it. I'd say I'd point it out in editing, but I'm gonna forget. No doubt. So it's pretty interesting. But the actual bike itself was quite fun. It was a lot to learn, a lot to get used to. I'm actually kind of looking forward to the next couple of months, which is dubbed the settling in period, to get used to the bike. Where are we? We're still I see. It looks like we're gonna need to fucking rest soon. Alright. Probably gonna be a long ass road. The whole trip's gonna be long ass. I'm not gonna have it all in, by the way, if you wondered. I'll probably cut out at the point of which we rest and then come back later on in the trip. I think that's what I'm gonna plan to do. I don't know when that is. Soon. The next truck stop. Anyone who's into this game, this sort of thing, I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm quite excited about American Truck Sim, made by the same guys as this isn't actually out yet. I quite like different countries, different cultures, different looks, styles to everything. Alrighty. Oh shit. Are we crossing country already? Apparently we are. if we have crossed country, then I believe we'd be in Switzerland. I figured out which button does it. Let's fill up. £644. Jesus Christ, man. Rightio, we are going to park our diesel. No petrol, I just got an achieve. Is this not a rest point? Apparently not. Let's try to find a point at which it would initiate the rest sequence. Alright. This is a little weird, and it's not supposed to do this, but shut up. I'm glad that sign was destructible. Oh shit. That's where we already tried. Usually I don't have this much trouble. Apparently today we're going to, though. Wow. Why? Well, alright. I'm gonna find a place to rest. And I'll get back to you guys.